12th of April, 1942, a child was born to Gcinamazwi and Nokubekisisa Zuma. The child would grow to defy the odds by rising up against profound poverty to a place of global prominence.
Jacob Zuma, the first of 5 children from his father's second wife, was introduced to the ANC by his older half-brother and has been active in politics for over 50 years. But today we turn our attention away from his roles as head of state and leader of the ANC, and we focus more on Jacob Zuma, the individual. And what better way to do that than to join him in one of his favorite pastimes, a game of chess. So, after all the formalities and niceties, I began by asking him a question I'd been itching to ask.
I want to get something out of the way because I have it on good authority that you in fact watch Morning Live in the morning.
I do.
So which means your day must start very early. Take us through your morning routine.
Well, my morning routine, I usually wake up early 6. And then you don't want to know. 6 is the time that was stuck in my head in prison. The bell rang at 6 and it got to my blood. At 6 I must wake up, even if I can sleep thereafter. So at 6 I'm up. I know exactly it's morning. It's morning live. Just the time.
I had to get that promo live on TV so we can get it out there.
I look at it on a daily basis.
But it's very interesting that your body clock was wired up to wake up at 6 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Even when you need to sleep in, there's a lot of work to be done. It's very, very tough. A lot of spare time on your hands.
Not at all.
But on the rare occasion that you do have a minute or two, you enjoy playing a game of chess.
Of course, if I have the moment, I do so. I enjoy it. I have enjoyed it for a long time. I'm not a champ. I'm just a novice. I just love it. I think it is a wonderful game.
Tell us about where that interest for chess started. Where and when did it start?
This interest started mainly, I knew about it. I hadn't had time to play it. It started in Robben Island because I had more time. And that's why I learned it properly. That's when, if you are playing chess, you won't see how the day has moved. It was consumed here on an interesting thing, looking at new moves, reading, studying the mind of the opponent, anticipating what move they might take to counter yours, and what would be your move, how to capture the king. Because that's a major thing, how to capture the king. You can capture the king without taking any piece if you are clever. But at times, people play until there is very few, and they don't call that checkmate. They call it stalemate.
I like that you mentioned capturing the king. I think it's a good skill to acquire, learning how to play chess, especially for a president. A lot of calculating moves.
A lot of calculating moves. Quite helpful even these days, because you don't think, you don't see a thing and conclude. You have got to sit back and think, so that your move, your action, must be emerging from thinking, calculating, looking at disadvantages and advantages, misleading your opponent to think that you are moving this way and that you are moving this way. It's an interesting thing.
And who's been your favorite opponent and why?
No, I can't say there's anyone. I've played a number of opponents. I used to play this a great deal with President Thabo Mbeki. We were once arrested together in prison in Swaziland. We spent a lot of time together playing chess. The strength was equal, almost. We had time. At times we'll beat me, at times I was beat him.
You spoke to us about the mental agility that it takes to not only run the country, but also enjoy a good game of chess.
Absolutely.
But I know that you participated in some physical recreational activity as well growing up, especially in Robben Island, as a referee of some of the soccer matches. Do you still enjoy watching a good game of soccer?
Absolutely. That's a game I know better as well. I love it. I love it. The referee was there. I refereed in B division. And I refereed also in the A division. But I was a player. I was a captain of my team. I was commanding my team in my club called Rangers, which somebody, Eric Waller, described it as the team with the players with a great heart. We played with smiles, and they were very good. I love playing, and I play defense. I'm not scoring goals. That's not mine. Mine is stopping goals being scored to my team. So I loved it, and I used to teach people soccer, refereed. Absolutely wonderful. Whenever there was a big teams, I would never be left out because I was an asset.
And do you still have the moves?
I still have the move. At times when Bafana plays, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
You know?
So put me.
Absolutely.
The
Put
coach
me
must
there.
choose me.
Absolutely.
Put me there.
So, what are some of the lessons the president has learnt from sport?
One of the things I taught myself, don't get angry. Anger has put people into many difficulties. You get angry. I believe that in a human's makeup, there are senses that you utilize. Now, if you allow the sense of anger to dominate, you can commit murder without realizing. Once that sense goes down, you realize how big a mess we have done. After all, people could make you very angry in order for you to commit a lot of mistakes. When I talk about one thing I knew better when I was a young man, stick fighting. If we are angry, you get so angry that you can't avoid the stick coming to you, you don't see it. Because you are angry, something just... And you can't think properly.
Those life lessons that you learned, those are things you can't learn from the corridors of any university. No. And you spoke about your childhood, which is something that I feel that we need to bring out more. The reasons behind you not getting a formal education was not because you did not want to go to school, not because you wanted to jump fences, but because of the situation at home. But tell us.
I wanted to go to school desperately. I even had things I wanted to become. I thought I must be a teacher. If not a teacher, a pastor. If not a pastor, a lawyer. I was very clear. Circumstances couldn't allow me to do so. Firstly, my father died. I know almost a shadow of him, not himself. And therefore, I had to move from one place to the other with my mother. My mother had to start to work as a domestic worker. As you know, she couldn't come to somebody's house with a family. So I had to remain in my uncle's place for some time and back home. And during those days, education was not seen as an important thing. If you're a boy, look after cattle and goat. If you're a girl, prepare to get married. I pleaded that I wanted to go to school. And then the question was, who's going to look after your father's cattle? I was a boy, and I had to do it. So I had to adopt that life to be a school in itself. But I took a resolution that I will educate myself, and that's what I did.
You were driven, you were passionate, you were determined. Did you ever in your wildest dream think that you would one day be president?
Never. I never thought of it. It never crossed my mind.
The president has promised a tell-all book with more on his private life.
You will read the book. Few years to come, you'll read.
And we look forward to that book.
Ayanda Allie, Pretoria.